Another example, a patient with supraventricular tachycardia. This is just to confuse you a little. The pulse rate was 250 per minute. Can you switch on this? Just switch this on. Why is the video not perfect? Just switch on the video. Now, we needed a defibrillator. We had trained people, we had put a defibrillator there. But as happens by Murphy's law, the particular nurse who was trained was on leave that particular day, and so what did we do? We didn't give it up. We told the nurse, look, we will handhold you. All I want is a webcam and internet, both of which we have. And my doctor here took a mannequin, you can see here, and with the mannequin, he demonstrated what exactly you do. What is the amperage, what is the joule, how many joules you put, what is that, what is this, everything. And the lady at the other end confidently did this, and we saved the patient's life. We have done this on 4 cases. You have to take my word for it. Sorry, I've been having problems right since morning.
Fish water.
Okay. Now let me come down, let me finalize, because I am also a stickler for time. I don't want to exceed my time. Let's go. Yeah, okay. Now, we have done enough pilots. We have done enough proof of concept validation. I have personally supervised almost 100,000 super specialty teleconsults in the last 17 years. We have given almost 300,000 primary consults in the last 10 to 12 years. But I am frustrated. I am absolutely frustrated. Why? Because we have centers of excellence. We have proved it's great to give lectures, it's great to present papers, etc. But I have just not been able to integrate it into the healthcare delivery system. I have not been able to scale it. Now here is an example. Now, having said that, in all fairness, in the last 2 years, the country has made a tremendous progress. Both the central government, the state governments, everything. Public-private partnership is not a word, it's really happening, and I can vouch for it because I am a part of it. Having said that, these are all the states which have opened tenders for various projects. Unfortunately, we are lost in bureaucracy. These tenders have been written by people, with all respects to them, who have no idea of either information communication technology or healthcare, let alone a combination of ICT and healthcare. Half these tenders had to be withdrawn because they were just not implementable. The others were awarded to people who were unable to deliver the goods, and today only 2-3 of all these tenders are actually functioning practically. So, this is something which requires enormous expertise, and unfortunately it is being public money. Naturally there are constraints. Now again, I believe that the success or failure, and I am more interested in the failure. I don't want to talk about my success. I want to talk about my failures. Where are all the things I failed? Why did I fail? What did I fail for? How do I prevent this? And I want to share with you the reason why we have failed. I think that's much more important. I strongly believe that what is required are human resources. We require trained people. Technology will eventually come. Funding also will perhaps eventually come. But what is required are a few mad people. You require a few mad people, passionate people who believe in this to the extent that they will not take no for an answer. Nobody taught me telemedicine. I got into telemedicine 17 years ago. But today the stage has come where we need to formalize this, we need to start courses, and again with the help of the National Skill Development Council of India, approved with the Health Sector Council of India, we have designed a course, we have started everything. Actually, I started a course at Anna University in 2003, but now retrospectively we were just too far ahead at the time. We had 6 batches, but I could give jobs only for 4 people, and so we had to stop the course, even though Anna University was so broad-minded, forward-thinking, that they were ready to do this course. So now again, we are ready to do this course, but we need help. We need help from people like you. The last 2 slides, I was told at the end of the day, you are going to develop a paper, and you want some suggestions. Why should I tell you this is what we did? This is some of these slides, so that they can see it better. So this is what I would suggest. What can the PanIIT alumni do? A wish list from frustrated. I first put the word frustrated, then I thought it was too strong, so I made it more diplomatic and put concerned digital health evangelists. Understand and accept that a pan-India consortium, please remember that the government by itself will never ever be able to provide health care in 38,000 primary health care centers. It's just not going to happen. I am not for a moment saying you entrusted to me, entrusted to the hospital which I work for. No, not at all. India is a huge country. So you need a pan-India consortium of people, the government, private sector companies, IITs, the educational institutions. It shouldn't be too difficult to form an organization like that and work out, get some fund, 500 crores, 1,000 crores, get some money, get invested, etc. Make a public sector undertaking. Today, the National Thermal Power Corporation, this morning I read that IOC has been ranked as the 193rd company in the world, the only Indian company which is in Fortune 200. If a government of India company can enter Fortune 200, I see no reason why a telemedicine consortium cannot do equally well. Again, revenue generation is the only way to make something self-sustaining. All of you know about Wi-Fi and WiMAX. I use a term which I think I coined called YFM. And I honestly think that is what needs to be attended to. I am not a hypocrite, I am not a diplomat, I call a spade a spade. If you want digital empowerment, what is it you call? Digital empowerment of society. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want this to really happen, please pay attention to WIIFM. That and that alone will really result in this. And what is YFM? What is in it for me? This is the basic question. What is in it for me? Every stakeholder in the ecosystem should have something in it for me. And what the best thing, ever since the physicians discovered money, it is vitamin M, which is the biggest inducement. The only difference between Mukesh Ambani and me is that from my bank account and his bank account, he's got 12 zeros more than I have. That is what makes the difference. So ladies and gentlemen, what is in it for me? So unless this is addressed to, please don't think that healthcare is something, all of us got, everybody, especially the younger doctors today, didn't get into the medical profession to save lives. I mean, it's so appealing, wonderful, sacrifice that, this nonsense. See, when I see a MBA from IIM, IIT, make a salary 5 times of what I make. I also need to be compensated. So please, somewhere in this, if it can be done, it has been done. And the proof of this is the United States. Last year, 2 years ago, the United States recognized teleconsultations for reimbursement. United Health Insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, the 4 biggest insurance companies. Today, the graph has gone like that. There has been a 5,000% increase in the use of telemedicine in the United States once doctors started getting reimbursed. 56% of Kaiser Permanente, the world's biggest healthcare provider, today are virtual visits. Kaiser Permanente does not encourage patients to physically come there. So this is what is done, adequate revenue generation, centers of excellence delivering telehealth in isolated small pockets, and I would like to consider myself as a center of excellence, but there is no point in our doing this in Himachal, Andhra, there, here, etc. So this is what is required. Make the government understand and accept that virtual, remote, digital health is the only answer. We cannot. Right now the government is making 5 new medical colleges every month. 5 new medical colleges every month. But this will have its downside. Where are you going to get teachers? Where are you going to get clinical material? Where are you going to get... And I am dreading the day 10 years from now when medical doctors pass out of these new medical colleges on that quality. So what is required is, at the same time, many of us are underemployed. We are not Mahatma Gandhi willing to go and work in the villages. I want my creature comforts. I want an air-conditioned car. I want an air-conditioned house. But every one of us are more than happy to spend 1 hour a week, 2 hours a week doing free health, providing free health care to the towns of India, to the villages of India from the comfort of my house, which is possible to me. All we require is people like you to bridge the gap, to enable it, and to see that this is done. Before I'm thrown out, I think this is the last slide. Okay. This is my last slide. As all of you would have guessed, the first 2 pictures are children preparing for the IIT entrance exam. The bottom 2 pictures are their grandfathers learning to teach their grandchildren how to prepare for the IIT entrance exam. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the real India. In the last couple of years, I have traveled fairly extensively and enjoyed it. I've gone to many countries, many states in the Northeast. I've gone to towns, I've gone to villages, and I've been absolutely stunned by the digital literacy which I find in the villages. They know far more how to use a smartphone than I will ever know in the rest of my life. So this is the true India. If you think that India is not digitally literate, no. I'm sure you know that the UN recognized, the UN incidentally made a right to internet. The UN passed a resolution 10 years ago making right to internet a fundamental human right. The government of Kerala in its assembly, the assembly passed that in Kerala, right to internet is a fundamental right as enacted by the Kerala state government. 2 districts in Kerala have 100% computer literacy. I don't think anywhere in the world they have 100% computer literacy. So this is the India, and I personally think it will be a shame if we don't exploit, if we don't use information and communication technology for healthcare. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for giving
and enriching talk that you had given. May I now call upon our Secretary of IIT MA, Mr. Dalton Eddy, to present the memento to him, please. Our next speaker on the house is Professor Arun from NPTEL. Please give him a warm welcome.
A very good noon, I should say. On to me. Okay. Fortunately, we've resolved it, so a very good morning and a good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Arun Tangirala here. I'm a faculty in the Department of Chemical Engineering. I'm here to present on behalf of NPTEL. Although I was introduced as being from NPTEL, looks like it's some future foreboding for me. But yes, I've been associated with NPTEL for a long time. And I also want to say that we have Professor Mangal Sundar here, who has been, I think, one of the pioneers as far as the success of NPTEL is concerned. You know, he has taken a huge responsibility to steer NPTEL to where it stands today since the time of its inception. So I would like to also have a warm round of welcome for Professor Mangal. Thank you. And so I'm just going to spend the next few minutes talking about mostly the NPTEL, but allow me to give a preface as to why we started off with NPTEL, and it fits in perfectly with the agenda today. So we are talking of digital empowerment in education. I've just, I think, summarized what I feel in a kind of a nutshell, the basic aim of what we are doing at NPTEL, or even the massive open online course, the MOOC, that is currently active as a part of the NPTEL's initiative. So if you look at it, digital education is not something new. I think the moment computers were brought into the classroom, digital education began. And so it's not a 10-year-old thing. But what was happening is that essentially this was happening at every classroom level, out of personal choice. I remember during my PhD days at Alberta, Canada, where I did my PhD, there were still many professors, even in the West, sticking to only transparencies and so on, and they found that using computers was going to be very difficult and so on. So it was really a very scattered effort across the globe. So the way I look at digital empowerment in education is to take this very scattered and highly personalized choice of integrating technology into education to a massive, large scale and a systematized, as well as a seamless, and there are other adjectives that you can use, affordable and accessible. Many speakers have spoken about this in this morning. The most important adjective I would say, or the qualifier, is to take it to large scale and a massive level to be able to reach every citizen of this country. And as an educator, I think I would love to look at across the globe. So to everybody, because if you look at NPTEL and MOOC today, it's not just the students or citizens of this country who take advantage and who benefit from NPTEL. It's across the globe. The demographics span across several countries. So that is, in a nutshell, the way I view the need for digital empowerment and education. And this is the only way. If you want to go large scale, if you want to go massive, if you want to reach everybody in the globe, then obviously, as the previous speakers have also emphasized, the way is a digital way. And I've just given you some stats to motivate, but I'm sure you're all convinced why we need to go the digital way in education. We have, I would say, if anything, in India, the primary thing that we should have ever focused on is education. And we know that education continues to receive very less attention compared to what it should. It's a backbone of any country's progress, any country's everything, not just in terms of literacy, but as one of the speakers spoke, even of the samskara, that is of the way you present yourself, of being a responsible citizen and so on. So these are just some numbers giving you an idea of what is the current situation and of course where we need to go to. So I'm not going to read out the numbers in the interest of time. So as a result,